Well, good evening. That is what we have managed to establish here at Marikana. There are people who could not cast their votes because they were not registered in this voting district. And the IEC has not commented on the issue, but you'll know that the socio-economic dynamics of this particular area largely informs people to come here in Marikana in search of economic opportunities, and many of them are from provinces like the Eastern Cape, and that might have been a factor in them not being able to cast their votes. But over and above that, it has been a smooth election here at Marikana. Prior to these local government elections, there were patterns of violence that erupted here, but we have seen a large police contingent deployed here in terms of seeing to it that any form of violence that might erupt here is dealt with and is deterred, in ensuring that the processes of ensuring free and fair elections by the IEC is not hampered with.
Sello, we're getting reports from around the country in terms of certain provinces that the weather played a part in terms of voting today. How was it looking in Marikana? Did it affect voting in any way?
Well, it has been fairly hot here in Marikana. We are only starting to get that element of a cold front reaching us. But it has been a smooth election here, both from all fronts in a sense, and we have seen political parties and agents cooperating with the IEC officials. Politicians were coming in here to monitor how the process is unfolding, particularly here at Marikana, which was identified as one of the hotspots. But contrary to popular belief, and like I mentioned earlier on, it has been a smooth election. People were coming in here, but the bulk of the people, or the majority of the people that we have spoken to, they were saying that they are voting for socio-economic change. You'll know that Blaine, despite this area being endowed with mineral resources, it is one of the poverty-stricken areas here in other municipalities here in the Northwest Province, and that might be a factor going into this election. And how will that influence voting patterns will be seen as voting starts to trickle in this evening.
So you're saying, Sello, that the folks there in Marikana, they're voting for bread and butter issues in terms of getting improvement to social changes, social service delivery issues. We talk about electricity, housing, water. Are those the kind of issues that the folks in Marikana are worried about?
Indeed, you'll remember that in 2012, when we started seeing the industrial action gaining momentum here, over and above the demand for 12,500, the issue that workers were raising dealt with the socio-economic issues confronting people here. And interestingly, in the Rustenburg local municipality, there are over 600,000 residents. 180,000 of those residents live in informal settlement, and that has proven to be a factor in terms of how the municipality is rolling out services. And mining companies as well, particularly the three largest platinum producers, your Lonmin, your Mplats and Implats, have been criticized over the years for not playing their part in terms of providing proper accommodation for their employees, including contributing into the living standards of residents here through their corporate social investment and social labor plan. But since 2012, we have been seeing a change of hearts, particularly from Lonmin, whereby they have availed some hectares of land where there is a P partnership between the Northwest Provincial Government and Lonmin in terms of building houses. Just last week when we spoke to them, they indicated that they have budgeted about 500 million in terms of providing housing for their employees. In fact, they are saying that they have just completed a housing project which will contribute into accommodating plus minus 400 of their employees. So all those factors are have been a talking point in a sense going into these elections. And the protests that we have seen last week were largely informed by the socio-economic challenges and issues which continue to play themselves out here at Marikana, whereby a group of disgruntled youth were saying that Lonmin is not availing jobs for them. They are reneging on their commitments of social responsibility programs and social labor plans, whereby the bulk of goods and services are not procured here in Rustenburg, are not procured here in the Northwest Province, but outside the province. And interestingly, when we are going to these elections, we had the opportunity to speak to the mayor of this municipality, who was telling us about the vision that the municipality has in terms of diversifying the economy. They were talking about the skills center and innovation hub and mineral beneficiation industries in terms of seeing to it that the municipality can absorb external shocks, particularly informed by the global political economy when platinum prices plummet.
Yeah. Sello Tatai, thank you very much indeed. Great reporting there in Marikana. Sello Tatai in Marikana in the Northwest. Thank you very much indeed. Now,